morning. I have a bunch of errands to run today. I still need to get dressed and get myself organized to leave, and if I don't do it really quickly, I'm probably gonna end up being late. I'm still wearing my gym leggings, my comfy at-home outfit. This is like my uniform. It's either a black tank top or a black long sleeve shirt and my gym leggings, but I have a favorite piece of clothing. I have 4 pairs of the Sloan pants from Abercrombie. One of them's denim, so it's technically 3 colors in a denim pair, but they are the best pants I have ever purchased in my life, and they have made getting dressed every day so much easier. So I'm gonna grab out the green ones. I think I'm gonna go for today because I haven't worn them in a while. They're so comfy. I'm 5'4" and the regular hits me right on the ground. But the best part about it is I just switch out my gym leggings for tailored pants, and immediately I look like I've put so much effort into my outfit when I haven't, and all I've done is just change the pants. I think it's crazy that it makes that much of a difference. But I am on the tail end of a migraine today. I am not feeling so great. I've been down and out for the last couple of days. I've been in bed crying, being upset. It's just been a miserable couple of days. I get migraines, I want to say like maybe once a month. They usually come from either lack of water, stress, or alcohol. I haven't had any alcohol in like a month, so it's definitely not that. It's gonna be lack of water and stress mixed together, because life has just been just life, you know? And I really actually probably should put some water into my cute little tumbler that I drink from to try to remind myself to stay hydrated. But I do have to leave. I have to get ready and get out of here because I gotta go and get my eyes tested today. I want to get new glasses because the ones that I have over there are shocking. It's actually embarrassing how long it's been since I've got new glasses. It's like 4, 5, 6 years, maybe even longer. So I need to get my eyes tested. I need to get some new glasses, go and get some groceries and run some errands. Just got home. I am going to take all of my jewelry off and put my gym leggings straight back on. Oh my goodness. This one is starting to get a little too small for me, and I don't wear it all that often because sometimes, especially on a hot day, I can't get it off that finger. I am gonna get comfy and then get in and do some work. In terms of getting some groceries, I've got a lot of cat food because I needed to get cat food. We have 3 cats here, and I just got like a little bit of like fresh produce just for like making sandwiches and things like that, and then also something for dinner, and nothing too exciting. I feel like my brain hasn't been working enough lately to try and figure out how to feed myself. Do you ever go through phases like that where you're just like, I don't know what to eat and I don't know how to cook, and it's like you've just forgotten how to function with groceries and food? Thankfully, I'm not the only person that cooks here, so it's kind of nice sometimes when you have someone who can help you out with it. I need to sit down and get on with things, but I can't work if this is what my desk looks like right now. I don't even know how it got this bad, so I'm gonna clean and then I can work. Before I sit down and bury my head in my laptop for the rest of the afternoon, today's video does have a sponsor, and that sponsor is BetterHelp. My first experience with BetterHelp was at the beginning of 2019. So back then I was in the last relationship that I had in Melbourne, and I touched on this a little bit the other day on my TikTok, talking about that teapot right behind me. And as I said on TikTok, not a bad person, not a bad relationship, just not the relationship. And at the beginning of 2019, it was the start of the breakdown of the relationship. We were having a lot of trouble communicating, and I thought it was time to seek out some help and some guidance in trying to figure out how to communicate. You know, a previous relationship to that had kind of squashed everything out of me. I didn't know how to communicate, and I just wanted to figure it out. And I decided to try BetterHelp. It seemed like a really nice way to ease into therapy, especially considering I hadn't really talked to anyone before and I didn't know how to find someone, and it's all very, very flexible. So I started with BetterHelp, and I was matched with a therapist in the US, and we would have phone calls. So I would schedule one in for every second week, and we were working on me trying to figure out how to communicate and what my communication style was. So we'd have a session, we'd talk about it, and then at the end of the session, I would have some sort of idea of what it is that I wanted to try, and then I would go and implement that, and then it kind of wouldn't work. So then we would come back and we would discuss, and I would come up with another sort of thing to implement, and then I would go and do that. And that's sort of what we worked on for a number of weeks. And it's only now in hindsight that I realize that it takes two people to communicate, and you kind of have to meet and want to be able to communicate. And I'm not saying anything bad about him, but I'm just saying that like we weren't ever really able to meet and find a way to communicate. You know, I tried a lot of different ways to show up, and it just wasn't really working. But having someone to be able to talk it through and help me try and figure out how I wanted to do things was very, very helpful. A couple of months later, that relationship did end, and it was after that relationship ending that I decided it was time to seek out a therapist that I could speak with in person. I still speak to that therapist now. I actually have a session this Friday, and it's not in person in Melbourne, but at the time I really wanted to speak to someone in person, but I now do video calls with him. But BetterHelp was sort of me breaking in and learning to talk to someone and allowing someone to help me figure out what's going on and try to develop my communication skills, I guess. You know, communication has probably been one of the biggest things I've worked on in the last 5 years, because I am such a people pleaser and I did not know how to voice my needs and my thoughts and my feelings, and it has been a journey, but BetterHelp was the very, very beginning of that journey. Basically, BetterHelp is a platform that can connect you with licensed therapists that are trained to listen and provide unbiased guidance and advice. As I said, it can be a little bit daunting seeking out a therapist if it's not something that you've ever done before, and I found BetterHelp to be a nice way to ease into it. They have over 30,000 licensed therapists, and if the first person that you are connected with is not someone that you feel you vibe with and it's not a good fit, you can totally change and connect with a new therapist at no extra cost. It's also up to you what type of session you want. You can have video calls, phone calls, or even just like texting chat box as well. That's another option if you're not comfortable actually verbally speaking to someone. For me, I felt most comfortable just having a phone call, like a non-video phone call. So that's how I started before moving into, you know, seeing someone in person or having video calls. But it's entirely up to you, and you get to work with whatever makes you comfortable. It's super simple to start. You just fill out a questionnaire and then you get matched with your therapist. I will have a link down below if you are interested in starting out on your therapy journey. But honestly, big thanks to BetterHelp all those years ago for helping me start my journey. I can't believe I'm coming up on 5 years since I first started working with a therapist, and it has literally changed my life. Like, I'm an entirely different person to where I was 5 years ago. I'm a different person to where I was a year ago, and I'm so glad and I'm so thankful for starting that journey. As I said, I have a link in the description. Please click it and check it out. It helps support my channel if you do, and you can also get 10% off your first month. Let's get to it. While I'm here, I thought I would just share my screensaver. I've had a million questions over the years about this really cute digital clock screensaver. I think the brand is called Fleeklo. It's just free and from the internet. I'll have it linked down below. It's been around for a million years, but it's just a really funky, cool looking screensaver, and it helps tell the time if you keep your computer open while you're doing other things. First things first, I need to check all of my email accounts, which is like 5 or 6 accounts or something. I need to check my Etsy messages and all my customer service stuff. And then I do need to create a custom budget spreadsheet in a different currency. All custom currencies are free, and this one here is the new one. It's a really cool green color scheme. I am using a different one at the moment, like for 2023, but I think for 2024 I'm totally gonna go with the green, and I'll have that all linked down below. But yeah, I gotta get in and make a custom currency and check all my emails and do all that sort of admin stuff. My camera battery died, so it's been charging for like an hour while I've just been working. I made myself lunch and I forgot to film it, but I have 2 saladas with avocado, alfalfa sprouts, chicken, some Kewpie mayonnaise, salt, and a lot of pepper. My hair is such a mess. I washed it last night, and this is what happens when I brushed it before it dried, but this is what happens when I just let my hair dry, and it goes kind of floofy and whatever. So I'm gonna like clip half of it up. Oh, that'll do, honestly. As long as part of it is out of my face, I don't really care. This is so hard to eat sometimes. It's starting to fall apart already, but it's so good. And I've missed saladas so much. I don't think you can get saladas overseas. I think that's like an Australian thing, but I'm not actually sure. I realized that I forgot to tell you what glasses I got. So I tried on 2 pairs at the beginning of this video. The first pair I did end up getting. The second pair were the ones that I was originally going to get, but then I found the second pair and they're just a little bit smaller. Well, they're actually a small fit because I have a small head, so they fit even better than the first ones. And my criteria was I wanted tortoiseshell, and I didn't want like super cat eye. I wanted just like a little, I don't even know how to explain it, just like a little bit up the top, and I feel like those fit the criteria perfectly. So I've got those, and it's going to take about 2 weeks for them to get here, and I'm so excited because I just think they're such a better fit compared to the ones I even have and all the other ones, because I struggle with sunglasses and glasses because I do have a tiny head, and it's so nice that Specsavers is now doing like smaller frames. In fact, the black ones that I have, I'm pretty sure they've started doing a smaller version of those as well, which is awesome. So I can't wait to get them, but I think they're perfect. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this and then I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I am working on my visa. If you have ever tried to live overseas, it is the most tedious, boring, just painful like process of document collecting, and I hate it. I hate it so much because I feel like the longer I take to get all the information, just the longer the process is. And it's just like this stress kind of weighing on me, going like, you know, hurry up, because, you know, the quicker you do it, the quicker things get processed, and, you know, on and on and on. And it feels like that same pressure as, you know, when you have an assignment at school or university and you can't really enjoy yourself or do anything until that assignment is done and it just sits at the back of your mind. That's what it's like having like a visa process. And the frustrating thing is like I have to work. People, like when you do the process, you have to work. You have other things you need to do. You can't focus on it 24/7, and it's really annoying because you just want to get it done, but it takes weeks, and it's just it's such a process. So I do need to sit down and do some of that this afternoon as well. I made myself a cup of tea. I have a couple of 12 bars as a snack, and I also have my dressing gown and a fresh made hot water bottle. I don't know where this is from. Maybe the tag will tell me. Anyway, that's the name right there. I'm not sure where my mom got it from, that it's super soft and fluffy. But I have been living with my dressing gown and my hot water bottle lately because it's just kind of cold, and it has turned into the most horrible afternoon out there. And I'm also really sorry that this entire part of the video has just been me sitting here at my computer. I am calling it a day. It's like 6 p.m. now. The cats have just been fed and they've just gone outside, so I'm gonna go follow them. Very windy out here, so I don't even know if you can hear me, but don't let this blue sky and sun fool you. It's freezing and super windy, and it was raining a lot before. And this is my outfit. I decided to wear my dressing gown with my hot water bottle tucked inside, and I have sneakers on while I roam the garden because it's so nice out here, but it's freezing and I'm gonna go inside soon. The garden's been really nice. Definitely needs a little bit of work. We've been cleaning up things as we go, but it's so nice out here, especially in the mornings. I'll have to bring you out in the morning when it's just the best time of the day. It's starting to get dark, and in the evenings, I like to turn my lights on because it gives it a really cozy vibe in here. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna take my earrings out. I'm so cold and I actually don't feel that great. Still a bit off after the last couple of days. Hopefully after tonight, one more sleep and my head should be back to normal, which will be nice. Oh my gosh, my hands are freezing. I just need to like wrap myself up in my hot water bottle. I'm gonna go and take my makeup off and then have a shower and get really cozy and put myself in bed and maybe do something like paint, which yes, I've actually been painting from bed. I kind of set myself up in a way so that I don't make a mess, but I can paint from bed. And I've been watching either Gossip Girl or Gilmore Girls. And if I don't do painting, I might do some cross stitch, or there's this game on my phone called Tap Away, and it's the best game ever. Like, it's the only game that I play when I'm on planes because it's just like it keeps me distracted for hours and I love it. But I definitely need to wind down it's getting very cold. So thanks for hanging out with me for today. Also, I was just thinking back to the talk about like the therapy and stuff. There's a lot of things that I've never really shared before, and I've started sharing more things in the last couple of months because I'm sort of feeling like in a much better place to be able to, and I feel like we're friends and I feel like I can talk to you. So if there's anything that you've ever wanted to know from the last couple of years or something that you've wanted me to talk about, please let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day and go and shower and get myself really cozy because it's way too cold today. How do we go from like bushfires to like freezing cold the following week? Like, this weather is insane.